been out there. Our first two competitors, John Fielding, Corey Perry, down into turn two, down the backstretch. Fielding starts to open up that advantage into 3 and 4. Fielding leading Perry off of 4, across the stripe, ahead of Perry, but not enough. John Fielding gonna move on. They're at the stripe. They are set to go. Enough time, we shall see. Chambers gonna spin it. Checkered flag. Brennan Gerard gonna move on.
No, that dude's nasty. Whatever's in that freaking Audi.
That Hyundai, Toyota, absolutely. Here we go. Down into 1 and 2. Weidinger has the advantage over Carlito Mello. Here comes Carlito trying to battle back into 3 and 4. Carlito Mello. Oh, Franz Weidinger going to spin it. He's going to get into the grass. That's going to let Carlito Mello slip by and move on. Oh, and he had him too. Yes, he did. Sometimes it's just luck. And right there, Carlito Mello found a little bit of luck in turn number 4.
You know, better be lucky than good sometimes.
1990, good year. They are off, down into 1. Give the advantage to the Subaru. Here comes Jared Smith battling back on the outside. Williams, nose to nose here in 3 and 4. Who's it going to be in the stripe? Checkered flag wins. Photo finish. Photo finish.
Well, that was too close to call.
Yes,
you know what that means? We're going to bring him back. We're going to bring him back.
Why not? Old switcheroo. So, Nathan Williams will have the high line here in the Subaru WRX. Jared Smith from Boomtown, New Jersey, going to go take the low line for a rematch here. Photo finish there. First time around.
Won't take too many of those.
No, we do not. Here we go. Down into 1. Take 2. The advantage right now goes to Williams. Down the backstretch. Does Smith have anything for him? Ahead of steam into 3 and 4. Another one. Close. Checkered flag is out. Definitely by a nose. Wow. They are set. Try to go back-to-back today. Off 2, down the back stretch. Matt DeRoches, my correction, looking to go back-to-back. Here comes Monahan. Monahan's going to get a little loose in 4. Across the stripe, another one. Wow.
The call was it was Matt DeRoches taking down the win.
Wow. The Hyundai Sonata. Will Martin. Saliba from Fall River matching up against the 1985 Camaro C28. Gary DaCosta from Somerset. Green flag out. Here they go. Down into 1. DaCosta cruising. Taking a nice Sunday drive down into 3 and 4.
Yeah, you gotta push it that much. Get the Hyundai.
Off of 4. Checkered flag waves. Gary DaCosta. Gonna move on. Paul Curtis in his 1964 Chevy Chevelle. Matching up against Danielle Henshaw from Rainham, Mass. in her Nissan 350Z. Down into 1. Give the advantage to the Nissan 350Z. Danielle Henshaw, smooth sailing, off 2, down the backstretch. Here comes Paul Curtis, head of steam in that Chevelle. Does he have enough time? Good run, solid run, right to the back bumper of Henshaw, not enough time. Josh Oliveira in the Volkswagen in 2008. And a beautiful Animal, Chevy Caprice, 1984, Chris Bailey from Southeastern Mass. Here they go, green flag out, Passat on the low line, all there up, down into 1. Bailey on the high line, trailing the Passat down the backstretch, into 3 and 4. Josh Oliveira, that red Volkswagen Passat, off board, collects the checkered flag, moving on. As Bailey takes it for a little spin cycle across the stripe.
That's how I was driving to pick you down.
Here we go, at the stripe, Jutras, Johnson. Down into 1. Johnson in the white 1985 Chevy Camaro, off to Tennessee. Heading for turn 3 and 4, little loose. He's going to hang on to it. Into off 4, across the stripe. Jonathan Johnson going to move on. At the stripe, get the signal. They're off. Diaz to get a good jump. Down into turn number 1. Through 2. Off 2. Diaz. Leading in his Pontiac. Into 3 and 4. Calm, cool, collective. Off of 4. Checkered flag waves. Louis Diaz going to move on. At the stripe and set. Green is out. Down into turn number 1. Walter Wickenback jumps out to the advantage. Over the Toyota of Ramanos. Into 3 and 4. Walter Wickenback. Smooth sailing. Clean and green. Off 4. Checkered flag. Over Jeff Daniels. Here comes Daniels battling back in the lanes. Not sure he'll have enough time in 3 and 4. Moving on, it's going to be Sean Crossley. Green is out. Give the advantage off the stripe to Johnny Turbo in the Subaru. Here comes Perry. Looking, plotting that move. Does he have enough time? Head of steam in 3, not enough time. Off 4, Johnny Turbo. Jonathan Stevens going to move on. C10. See? Here we go. Kazunas gets the jump off the stripe down into 1. Tom Kazunas, 1984 Chevy C10. Smooth sailing, motoring down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Steve Bowden waves the checkered flag off of 4. Tom Kazunas. Moving on over Jacob Sylvia. The stripe set to go. Green is out. Down into 1. Nose to nose. Battle of the Chevys. Give the advantage to Fitzgerald. Off 2. He checks out to the lead over Medeiros. Into 3 and 4. Here comes Medeiros with a head of steam into 3. Does he have enough time? He's got to run on the high line. Off of 4 across the stripe. Wow. At the stripe. Plotted, waited, and boom. Finished right there at the BMW. X5 in 2019. This is Paul Ferreira from Somerset. Matching up against South Rhode Island, 1992 Chevy Corvette. Here they go. Down into 1 and 2. Off down backstretch. Ferreira with the lead. Off of 4 across the stripe. Here comes Bradley. Not enough time. The BMW. Paul Ferreira.
I am impressed.
Green is out. Down into 1. Give the advantage to Bradstreet. Off 2. Gil Bradstreet. Smooth sailing. Looks like Smolinski is kicked out.
Smolinski is what he is.
Something broke.
She's back.
She's back is right. From Lincoln, Vermont. Green out. And Bucher battling with Elliott Smith. Down into 1. Bucher has the advantage. She checks out to the lead. Down the back against Matt Barrows and that 2012 Ford Flex. Down into 1 and 2. Give the advantage to the Mustang over the Flex. Taccio checking out, not so fast. Here comes Barrows battling back up top. Off Ford, down to the stripe, Taccio. Give the advantage to Oliveira.
They're going to look more aerodynamic in the window.
Oliveira leading Oliveira. Michael leading Chad. Here they go. Off Ford, across the stripe. Michael Oliveira over Chad Oliveira. Toyota. 1989. Here they go. Down into 1. Christine Purse checks out to the lead from Fairhaven down the back stretch. Smooth sailing into 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves, Christine Purse collecting the checkered flag there over the Toyota Cressida.
So that ends round 1 of our East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drags.